Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to NBA 2K20 My League expansion with the Las Vegas Fighters. Last episode I showed the team. We drafted our players through the expansion draft. And now this episode we're going to go in, we're going to play this game against the Clippers and see how the team performs. Just, what they play like, how they handle things of that nature. I might not end up finishing the game, especially if it turns into a blowout, which, just look at the lineup comparison here. It very well could do that. But my goal is to at least maybe play half of this game. And then after this episode, we'll probably simulate the rest of this season and then get into the draft. And then next season is when we can start having a little bit more fun with things. First things first, I forgot to do this. I need to come in ASAP here, and I need to go into the options, and I need to go and turn our music. Oh, we don't have any music right here. Okay, so I must just be in the menus. I was going to turn music all the way down, but looks like it is already down. And here we are at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, coming for first tip-off, and we lost it there.
We get ready to start the season in style. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. It's the Los Angeles Clippers.
All right, let's see how this goes. Oh, Nicholas Claxton with Montrez, and Trez is going to score there. That was a tough matchup there. All right, Ish Smith with the ball. Let's see, try and get a pick going with Claxton.
So the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ball game. Here's Claxton. Passes it to Little.
Got Nasir. I'm going to see if I can have him take it to the rack. That's not going to work. Out to right. Oh, Smith wide open. Nope, that was a miss. That was a pretty good three, though. Wide open there on the perimeter. And Paul George now driving the lane. But I was able to get the block there with Bill on right. And Nasir is the ball now. Claxton. And let's see if we can get someone to drive the lane. And no bucket there. Paul George wide open on the perimeter. That's probably going in. No, surprisingly not. All right. Why isn't his name showing up? That's odd. Claxton out there. Fake it. Nasir inside. Back out to Claxton. Out to Shetty Osman.
Here's right. Shot clock at 6.
6 seconds. I'm going to have Ish Smith go here. Out to Chetty for 3. Oh, almost. That was right at the buzzer, too. That was close. That's weird. Why is Dylan Wright's name disappearing for underneath him? That's weird. Another wide open 3. Thankfully, they miss it again. And Sear with the ball again. Out to D. Wright. And that's another miss. Both teams not starting off too hot here. They, of course, have scored and we have not, but there's another one for them. 4-0 coming out here in our home opener in Las Vegas at the T-Mobile Arena. Let's see if Nasir can get a bucket there. No, he was pretty open out of the basket, but unfortunately nothing came of that. But like I said, I'm actually hoping we lose this game. Oh, man. There we go. How many attempts do we need? Nasir, pretty wide open. Get out to Chetty, see if we can get that 3. Green light, that's good. Like I was saying, I'm really hoping we lose this game. So my goal is the #1 overall pick, even though 2K never really likes to give it, even if you're by and away the worst team in the league. But a top 3 pick I'm fine with. LaMelo Ball, Cole Anthony, James Wiseman. Actually, probably not Wiseman. I'd probably go off D-Ha at that point. Not to Dylan, right? But any of those guys, I'm pretty much happy with. I'm going to look for a primary ball handler in this coming draft. I got a good amount of cyber faces for who they're available for. Some of these guys, it's just maybe based on popularity. They don't really have cyber faces yet. Man, our interior presence is not, our interior offense is not doing well against their bigs. That's basically, I mean, I'm trying to get that going as my main source of offense right now, is just getting in close to the basket, getting points in the paint, but that's not really working because our threes weren't falling besides that one from Osman. Let's go. We have Nasir over here. Out to Chetty. See if he can get another three. Nope. Ah, he's going for the ball there, but that Kawhi got the foul call instead. What do you guys think of this color scheme with the pink and the white with the hints of black? I'm really a big fan of it. I mean, obviously I designed it, so I would be, but I was wide open. That's inexcusable there, and we call timeout, down 7 with a minute 52 to go in the first.
And first time out of the game called for Las Vegas.
Let's see if coach can get them back
all right.
on the right track.
Now, I am playing this on PC, which allows me to do some fun stuff with the cyber faces, as I mentioned earlier. Unfortunately, you can't really do that on PS4 or Xbox. Maybe if you had a modded console, you can. I've never really looked into that, but now we get to go to the free throw line with Claxton. He was wide open there, got hacked a little bit by Zubac. And look at that. Drains it. Absolutely drains it. Boom. 2 for 2, only down 5 now. They have us doubled up, but I don't know. Paul George could get a bucket here, or we can just give another wide open backdoor cut. You never know. But Bull's in the game now, which his shot blocking in this game is absolutely elite just based on his height. Like, his overall doesn't really reflect how good he actually is. Man, Paul George is too big. He had the mismatch there on Melton in the paint. Claxton pick and roll with him seems to have been working fine. And we get the big dunk under the basket. That's nice.
What a sensational finish.
You got to be able to get some hang time to do that. 1:03 left to play here in the first. The pass to Shamet. Patterson with it.
Oh, that was almost, yes. Bull just does stuff like that in this game, which he doesn't really do in real life. It's pretty, he's pretty elite in this game.
Williams passes to Zubac.
Zubac bucket. They're getting that mismatch down the paint with Melton, it seems like. That's happened a couple times now. He's a slasher, so let's see if I can take it to the hole with him. No and one, but we do get the foul call. We're in the bonus already, but we're only 33 seconds left, so probably won't be able to take too much advantage of that.
And he makes both free throws.
Nice.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Oh, man. Now, one thing, I don't know, I mean, I'm sure it's well known. I don't really talk about 2K like online or anything to know, but if they go for a hesitation, I meant to go Y. I thought Bull was on the trigger, but he ended up being on the Y. And they get a foul. That's soft. That's a soft call. I don't like that call. I think the ref's blind. But every time the opposing ball handler goes for like that hezzy dribble, if you hit X, I feel like you have like an 80% chance of getting like a steal like right there. Like, it's absurd how easy it is. Melton, he's a slasher. Let's see if I can get to the hole again. I did, but the layup didn't go. And we're down 10 going into the second quarter. Like I said, after half, I'm probably just going to sim the rest of the game because we don't really have a chance to beat this Clippers team. I don't want to in the first place. This will be our first loss of the season that is hopefully a perfect season of just nothing but losses. 82 losses, 0 wins would be the perfect season for the Fighters, which aren't living up to their namesake, obviously, at the moment, but... Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that was not a good one, never mind. Kawhi just absolutely swatted that the hell out of there. All right, back out. Let's go to Aaron Holiday, see what he can do. I'm going to give it up to Svi. See what his shooting is like. Nope. Man, yeah, see, this team is just, our best players are like in the high 70s, so like, especially against a team like the Clippers, we're just not really competitive, but in general, we aren't either. Okay, that one, I'm not so sure about that.
With the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
Now we have Wes and Svi, and then the Sears in now. I'll try and demonstrate that little hezzy dribble cheese if they do it at all this game. But there we go. We forced Paul George out of bounds while he was hot, so that's good. Avoid basically a sure thing bucket there with if you would have gotten a shot off.
They head out on the road and face the Mavericks in Dallas. And then on Monday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets.
All right, pick and roll with Bull. Give him to the hole. Let's see. Oh, man. Green light. Look at that. See? That's just the elite ball handling of Bull there. Able to get his layup off around a defender right there in his face. And then you got the easy rebound out to Svi. Boom, wide open shot, Green. I think that was just a 2, yeah, but we're only down 8 now. Make it a little competitive, but you know, don't push hard enough to get the win for sure.
Pass to Patterson. George with the ball. And Holiday picks him up defensively.
Right there. So he did the hezzy dribble, and then I was able to just hit X, and that was basically a sure thing steal. And then we got the easy bucket there with Aaron Holiday. So if anyone is playing 2K and they want to know how to be a little bit better on defense, or maybe how to get some steals, that's what you need to do. You need to hit X as soon as that ball hits the top of its arc on the hezzy pull up. Like as soon as it's on their palm, that's when you have to hit it, because there's a little bit after you hit the X, there's about a little bit of hesitation while your player will reach, and your player's hand will be out at full extension as the ball is midway between the opposing player's palm and the floor, so you're basically in perfect position to get the ball like that. See, but I did it a little late there, but Beverly, if I remember correctly, Beverly does those hezzy dribbles a lot. Like, there's certain players based on tendencies that do it more than others, obviously. And here Nasir's gonna be wide open for a dunk. So as you play the game a bit, and I do, this is probably like one of my most, like 2K in general is probably like my most played game. Like you start to kind of recognize the tendencies in players, just from playing against them or with them a lot. And I think Beverly's one of those guys who does a lot of those hesitations. The guy who's really bad was, I forget who, I can't remember his name, but, Dennis Smith Jr., I think. He does a lot of those hesitations, and I'm pretty sure, like, 2K18 or something like that, Dennis Smith Jr., I set, like, the steals record in a single game against him. I think I stole the ball, like, 40 times against Dennis Smith Jr.
That's the unselfishness you want to see. Beverly's all about the team.
Out to Svi. Drive. Let's see if we can get the call there. And the buckets. We get the and one there. We can if we convert the free throw, we're only down 5. I forgot to take a look at my staff. That'll be one thing I do after this video. I'll take a look at my staff and fire or hire people based on what we need to do. I want to play a balanced or maybe even a perimeter-centric offense, like grit and grind, stuff like that. Doesn't really suit my play style, and we want to put a lot of our money. Like we need a good scout because we're going to be a rebuilding team, and we need a good trainer because we want to get those as many of those off-season workout camps as possible, which is what your trainer provides you. Get the ball out to Bull, and let's just have him take it to the rack.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Starting to come back a little bit here. Wasn't expecting that. Let's see. Bull's usually pretty good at the line. He has a really easy free throw to master, like the timing of it. It's just a quick, like, hold it down for a second and release. Like, it's a super simple one. Some guys have a long wind up or harder releases. His is really easy. I missed an easy steal there with Kawhi, but I was able to get it in the end anyway. Out to Claxton, and then let's give it to D. Wright. And that was going to get blown up. Out to Osman. Maybe we can get the shot off. Boom. It should have been a 3, but I pulled the trigger a little early there. But now we're only down 1 against the Clippers. Regardless of score, I'm still... Bull got there a little late. If Bull would have... I think I could have swatted that if Bull maybe rolled over to meet Beverly a little bit sooner, but I was slow on the switch over to him. Like I said, regardless of score, I'm going to simulate after the halftime because I'm still aiming to lose this game. Let's see, Claxton, Wright. All right, we have Melton. So Melton can't shoot, so I need to make sure I don't give it out to him. But Wright's basically wide open out there on the perimeter.
And they're unable to get the tying basket there.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Oh, that was a deep one from Paul George. Okay, I got Melton. Let's see, I'm going to get Melton and see if I can drive with him. Oh, man. He got blown up. Oh, that was a good drive, too, but he just got blown up by I believe that was Harrell, which you can't really do much about that. He's gonna do that to you. Let's see if I can get this quick one in with Claxton. All right, 7 of 7, so we're 8 of 8 from the line. And this one, so we're 8 of 9 from the line. Now we blew our perfect streak just there with Claxton's second free throw, and then we get the steal. Back out to Smith, and then Chetty. Easy bucket. Nice little give and go there between Chetty and Ish Smith.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Williams finds Leonard.
Oh, that was a terrible shot. If that goes in, okay, I was about to say, like, that was a wild, wild shot. Let's see. Smith, out to Chetty. Open shot. Ah, man. He does better when he's more covered, it seems like. I forget which player it was. I think it was J.R. Smith in one of the 2Ks when they used to differentiate between open and covered shots, which they don't anymore. They also used to differentiate between moving three-pointers, close three-pointers, far three-pointers, stuff like that. Like I was saying, I believe J.R. Smith had a higher rating while covered than he did while open, which I think is just hilarious. Claxton got a little physical under the rim there. I thought I was going to be open, but it was not open for sure. And then they come back and get the bucket on the other end. It's a bit annoying. Should have been a bucket on our end, but instead, let's give that to Matthews. Holiday's wide open. I'm going to take that. Don't know why they're leaving Holiday that open, but that's what they are doing. And then there's 3 seconds left, so I'm going to simcast through the end of this because I don't want to have to sit through the halftime show. And the game ends 103-79, which is perfectly okay. Who does the best? Anthony Melton, the guy I didn't even want to get. He's our best player in our home opener. Chetty, Bull, looks like he did some stuff. All right, so that was our first game. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into our staff. Let's see what kind of staff we're working with here. Our head coach. What's he? Millen Mack. It doesn't say what kind of style he runs. I'm not going to change it. I'm just going to edit staff and see. His team style is none? Oh, okay. Balanced. Actually, that's okay. Although he's only a C coach. We could get this guy. But that's grit and grind, pace and space. Defense, pace and space. Perimeter centric. I'm going to get him, so I'm going to fire this guy. Sorry to you. I'm going to get this perimeter-centric head coach here. His potential's an A+, so that sounds good to me. Looks like, can we get him for 2.5? We can. This guy here, sorry, you're gone. I saw an assistant coach I liked here, Peterson. He has a balanced system, so let's see if we can get him for 750. We can. Head scout. That's not going to cut it. We need this guy, like A+ is there. Perfect. And then the trainer, he's also bad. We need that training, and let's go. This guy's a B with a B- potential. We'll get him. Everyone else should be good. And then for this, for the end of this video, let's just simulate up through the end of December and see how we do. Lost to the Mavericks, I'm sure. Roberson and Muscala for Little. No, thank you. I'm going to decline that. Yep. Rockets loss. Nasir sprains his toe. All right. Just that rotation. Bielica for right in a second. Let me look at that. How old is Bielica? Oh, he's 31. I'm going to say no to that. Nasir, he's day-to-day, so let's bring him in just for limited minutes, I'm assuming. Galloway and King for Olynyk in a second. We're giving up a second to get rid of Olynyk. I think we can at least get a second for Olynyk. Change target players. I'm going to look at Anthony Edwards, Obi Toppin, Cole Anthony, LaMelo, Avdiha. Those are going to be my guys. Yes. I want to scout those guys. Cantor and Green for Little and Matthews. No, thank you. That's a bad trade for us. Ariza and Horde, no. Chetty Osman twisted his knee. I'm just having the CPU adjust because I'm not too concerned with getting things perfect here. Dang and Watanabe for Olynyk in a second. Again, I'm not attaching a pick to get rid of Olynyk. I'm getting something for Olynyk. And we end November with a record of 4 wins and 14 losses. And I think that's going to do it for us this episode. Next episode, we're going to go through and we're going to close out the season. And then go through the draft. And then, yeah, that'll be the next episode. But thank you guys so much for watching today. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up. And if you like videos just like this every single day, subscribe to the channel. I'll talk to you again soon.